I know you went over your driver that you think is under the most pressure. I think for me, and this is kind of like a 1A, 1B situation, I think Liam Lawson is under a lot of pressure this year. And I understand that Red Bull Junior Academy and the Red Bull Reserve in general is not super duper stacked. But I do not think Christian Horner's not going to let go of another season of points dying every weekend. Shout out Checo Perez.
Oh, Checo Perez.
Future Cadillac driver.
But no way.
You
want to get me on a rant this early?
We'll wait.
He does not belong on the grid. All right, continue.
We'll wait. But no, I don't think Christian's going to go through an entire season of letting points die every single week. So if Liam can't cut it and it shows that soon and very early in the season, his seat can be taken over by probably not Yuki, but you could throw Yuki in that mix. If Isaac starts off really, really hot, who knows?
I mean, that'd be
crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, who's to say that Red Bull doesn't pull the trigger and find somebody up? Daniel Ricciardo, I don't know. But like, I think Liam Lawson's leash is really short, and I don't think anybody's talking about
Well, let me ask you this then. Where do you think is a safe marker for Liam in race 1 with the Red Bull team?
I would say you need points.
Well, I mean, P10 upwards. I think the idea is, like, obviously Red Bull have a high bar here. That's not going to surprise anybody.
Yeah, I would say that if you're Christian Horner, it's not like, I mean, let's look. I hate to bring him up because I don't want to. I can see the vein kind of start. But with Checo, there was literally some weekends where he just was getting points at all. He was DNFing, or
I think he had a P18 finish in Mexico.
It was insane. It was insane differences between his time and Max's time in the same car, right? So if you're Liam, you can't. Christian Horner doesn't have any reason to be upset if you're bringing home points every weekend, whatever that be, from 10, 7, wherever.
There is a merit of points, though. If the car is good, I think the overall speculation is they're probably hovering around that 4th place to 3rd place spot as far as like general speed. They had a lot of issues when it came to testing as far as reports were concerned as well. I watched a lot of testing. They spent a lot of time in the garage. I'll put it to you like that. I think they had the least amount of laps of any team because they were dealing with some issues even there. Yes, the expectation is going to be points for Liam Lawson. He's got the most races under his belt of the quote-unquote rookies of this class.
Right.
I think that a fair number for him to hit would be a P7, and I don't think he can really fall below that. But as far as a consistency is concerned, you have to be within 1 to 2 places of Max every single weekend because Max is going to drive the hell out of that car.
Oh, yeah.
He can elevate a car.
Well, we talked about it all year last year.
Like, he's a guy that even if the car is
he's
not
going to get like
championship level, like he can still compete.
He's going to get that. He's going to get 110% out of that car every weekend, every time he can. If it's a 5th place car, he's going to put it on the podium every time. That's just how good he is. That is how much he can get out of the car. That is just his talent level. So we're not saying that we're not saying anything like, oh, Liam, you have to be this much time in between Max. No, we just need you to bring home points if you're Red Bull.
I don't expect him to beat Max more than like a handful of times this year. And this is not a weekend where I think, again, with rainy conditions, we've seen what Max can do in traverse environments, right? I mean, Brazil was a masterclass. We waxed poetic about it.
Yeah.
But if you're Liam Lawson, points absolutely are the barometer. They're the baseline. I don't even think a P10 is enough for Liam Lawson, unfortunately. I think you have a good point as far as the most pressure.
I would say
I don't think he's as liable to lose his seat as much so as a Jack Doohan, at least not until summer break.
Right. I would say, just ending this right here, I would say Liam Lawson, you get a P8, you keep your seat hot. The seat doesn't get hot, and we move on to next weekend. We'll see what we get.
As long as you're not costing constructor title points the way that Sergio Perez was last year, you have so much more leash.